For more on South by Southwest, I'm joined by Natalie Cofield. She's the founder and Chief Visionary Officer at Urban Collab. Thanks for joining us, Natalie.
Thank you for having me.
Natalie, South by Southwest started off as a music festival, but now it's known as spring break for tech nerds. How would you describe what South by Southwest is, and how did it become so tech and innovation focused?
Well, to describe South by Southwest is to say it is absolutely an experience to have. I think anyone who's serious about being in the tech space needs to come to Austin, Texas during March at least one time during their life and make sure that they connect with the thousands of people that are here focused on tech, diversity, and the intersectionality of music, film, and technology. And I think that goes to the first point that you asked as well, which is how did South by evolve from a music conference into a threefold conference that looks at film, that looks at music, and that also looks at technology. And the real answer to that is that technology has disrupted every industry that we can imagine, and music and film are certainly no exceptions to that. And so it's a very exciting time for Austin, and we're all very happy to be here.
Very exciting indeed, especially considering that President Obama himself delivered a keynote address today. Now, he's, in fact, as you know, the first sitting president in the show's 30-year history to attend. He also missed Nancy Reagan's funeral to be there. A little bit controversial, but shows what a big deal this is. What does this say about the significance of the event?
Well, I mean, you know, as far as the significance of South by Southwest, again, when you look at technology and how it maps itself across industry, the federal government, local governments, state governments also understand that they need to be more innovative and understand what is happening within the technology economy, not just from a improvement in efficiency perspective, but also from a security perspective. And so we're seeing more and more cases of hacking, more and more cases of where the federal government needs to connect with technology companies, and they need to have that existing relationship. And so I think the president being here really speaks well to that.
Absolutely. So what would you say was your biggest takeaway from President Obama's speech?
Well, again, I think, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the fact that the federal government has really placed an emphasis on inclusion around technology and understanding that every generation needs to have technical skills and technical expertise, and that is part of the entire Tech Hire initiative that's coming out of the White House, was one of the most resounding things that came out of his speech for me.
Well, Natalie, Twitter really took off at South by Southwest. What have been some of the other more significant tech developments to come out of the festival over the years that have made it such an important event?
Well, you know, what we're seeing a lot of now is a lot of virtual experiences. We're seeing a lot of artificial intelligence. Again, we're looking at big data companies, manufacturing companies that are also starting to integrate technology to improve their efficiencies. And we're seeing this in a number of the different pitch competitions that are coming up through South by. And so every year there's a new category. We're also seeing it in the housing economy. When you look at a company called Casita, which is incorporates the Internet of Everything into micro housing. It was named one of the most innovative companies by South by Southwest. I think, again, we're seeing technology mapping itself across all industries and becoming integral to everyone's life.
Natalie, it's certainly done wonders for Austin's economy. How has it now helped Austin position itself as a tech hub?
Well, you know, every year we get hundreds of thousands of people who come to visit us in Austin, and every year a few people stay behind. And so it has actually really helped to continue to advance Austin as a major leading city around technology, because when you have that kind of massive convening, it doesn't hurt to have those companies here also. Google, Microsoft, IBM, Apple, Applied, they're all here. And so we see that people end up staying in Austin after they've had an awesome time at South by Southwest, and it's helped our economy to grow as well as the growth in population here.
Natalie, what is generating the most buzz at this year's festival so far?
Generating the most buzz You know, I think everything pretty much is at this point. Again, I think President Obama being here and Michelle Obama also being here, the First Lady and the President of the United States of America, is really speaking to improvements around technology and innovation from a social impact perspective. And we're seeing a lot more social impact organizations that are coming up that are using technology to address civic and community problems. And so those are things that people are putting money behind, but also they're putting their time and energy behind them because they really believe in them. So that's what I'm very excited about, and we're seeing that type of buzz with a lot of people as well.
All right, great, Natalie. Enjoy the festival. Natalie Cofield, founder and chief visionary officer of Urban Collab.